to double check that you can't see the big pile of washing and boxes behind me. Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another gift guide for 2023. This is the most exciting gift guide for me because it's my gift guide for grandparents, and I feel like grandparents are just so difficult to buy for because you want to get them something nice that they'll actually use, that they have everything that they need. And you don't want to get them the typical grandma, love you grandma mugs and all that kind of thing because I feel like they have so many of them. So it's so difficult to think of really nice things to get them for Christmas. But I have written down over 100 gift ideas that you can get for your grandparents for 2023. So hopefully this will give you at least one idea of something you can get for them. This took me such a long time, so if you wouldn't mind giving me a subscribe as a little thank you, I would really appreciate it. Because I have a goal for the end of this year and I am almost there. I'm so close. So grab yourself a pen and paper, get yourself nice and comfortable, and let's get into my 2023 gift guide for grandparents. So I'm going to start with all of the practical stuff first, just to get all of that stuff out of the way, because I feel like there are some practical things that are really nice to give as gifts. Unless they actually need something practical, it's nice to get them something different. So I'll go through these first and just whiz through them, and then I'll get through the actual like proper presents. A lumbar support cushion, like a travel one. I have one of these myself because I have a bad back, and it's just really useful to carry around when you're going for like a meal and the chair's not very comfortable. They're really lightweight. I bought mine from Amazon and I'll link the one down below that I use. One of those grabber sticks that you can pick stuff off the floor with. I'm pretty sure they're the same ones that prisoners use like to pick things up. They're really useful if you know, like if you have your grandpa or something and you can't bend down and pick things up off the floor. They're so useful and they can pick up most things. I've been using one since I've gotten a bad back and they're very useful, I do have to say. A memory foam cushion. These are really good for support, even if just sitting up in bed reading a book. They're so like solid. They're really good for like back support and things. A walking stick chair, like a walking stick that has a foldable chair on it, so if they're going out for a really long walk and they need to have a sit down, they can just have that for both a seat and to help them walk as well. A silicone heat resistant oven glove. These are supposed to be a lot grippier for getting things out of the oven instead of just a regular like cotton oven glove, and I think they're a little bit more heat resistant as well than the regular oven mitts. A magnifying screen reader. These are really good if you know someone that has difficulty reading things, like if they're trying to read their newspaper and it's just a little bit too small for them, they can just put it over the newspaper and just make the words a little bit bigger for them. An electronic or rubber jar opener. If your nan or something has trouble opening jars on her own, these are so good. I think the electric ones actually like rotate and undo the jar themselves, but the rubber ones, I think they're a little bit cheaper and you can just like, it just helps like grip the jar to open it properly. Glass lenses cleaner, like a nice fancy one if they have glasses, because glasses get dirty, so you get them a really fancy glasses cleaner. I think they also have those cases you put your glasses in and it cleans it, like it cleans for you instead of having to do it manually. A fancy pill case, so not one of the typical days of the week pill cases, but a really nice fancy one, maybe even like a customized one that has like pictures of something on it. I don't know, but just a really nice one instead of their usual just like days of the week one. So now I'm just going to go straight into all of the customized or personalized products. A family tree portrait, so a big portrait of a tree with every single member of your family on it. I think this is so special to sort of like look back and realize just how far your family tree goes. A personalized photo frame, so if you wanted to get them a picture of every single member of your family, for example, and you wanted to get them a nice frame, you could personalize it saying like your family name or the date of the event or something like that, just something a little bit different than a regular picture frame. A custom bauble to put on the Christmas tree. It could be a picture of everyone in your family, it could just say your family name on it, just something personalized. A custom house portrait. I've seen these online and I think they're so special. If you have a picture of like their first home or something that they got together, you could get it like professionally painted, like a custom painting of their first house they can hang up and just have that lovely memory instead of just like a picture. What I love about my grandma or my grandpa, I've seen these I think on Amazon, and you fill them out with all of the different things that you love. I think they have prompts on there so you can probably fill them out and then give it to them on Christmas Day. That would be so special. A family recipe book, so you can gather all of your grandma's favorite recipes, her home recipes, and fill out a nice book, and you could have some like empty pages and all of your family could like add in their own family recipes. That would be such a nice thing to keep and to hand down to different members of your family. A personalised cheese board, so you could personalise it again with your family name, a nice message, something you love about them, just something nice and personalised. A custom calendar, these are always nice. Just a picture of loads of people in your family on every single month. You could have like one grandchild on every single month or something like that. A custom jigsaw, I love these so much. You get just a picture of something nice, again, could be a picture of your family, and make it into a jigsaw. An original newspaper, I found these last year, and what you do is you put a random date and any year you want, and it shows you different newspapers from that exact date, and you can print them off. You could do the day they got married, you could do like their wedding anniversary, their birthday, just something really special, or even something like an event that they remember. A photo book with a load of lovely pictures in it, especially if you have like a new family and you've just taken a load of pictures of like your babies and stuff. Just filling a nice photo book with lovely pictures. The next category I have is all electronic stuff. An electronic heat pad. These are absolutely amazing for aches and pains. I have one for my bad back and it helps me so much. You just plug it in, wrap it around wherever you're getting some pain, and it's so nice and warm. A heated blanket, so basically a massive version of a heat pad, but not specifically for targeting like pain and aches and stuff. Electronic hand warmers. These are amazing for cold walks in the winter. You charge them up and you keep them in your pockets and they keep your hands nice and warm. I got mine from Amazon. A neck massager, these are always a good idea if you know someone that gets like aches and creaks in their neck. And then a foot massager, these are just nice, aren't they? Like you don't even have to have sore feet for these to be nice. And then a foot bath, I think it's pretty similar, it just makes it nice and warm. Is that right? A foot bath gets nice and warm and it like you can soak your feet in there. A self-warming mug, like a mug that keeps itself warm for a really long time, because my nan is always making cups of tea and then forgetting about them, so I think this would be really useful. A GPS for their car if they're always traveling and having to use a map, because I know some people still have to use maps, and if they don't have a phone to use, you could always get them a GPS to attach to their car. A fitness watch, like the ones where you can like monitor your heart rate, monitor your steps and all that kind of thing, so they can keep active and keep like an eye on their health and stuff. A record player and some records. I think this would be really nice if they had like a record collection but they don't have records, or just getting some records of some of their old favourite songs they can play. A radio that they can listen to music, because I feel like a lot of older people love listening to radio. My nan listens to the radio every single day for hours on end. An Amazon Alexa. I think these are useful for pretty much everyone, to be honest. It's a good way to be able to listen to music, to ask simple questions as well. If they don't really get on with using a phone for stuff like that, or a computer or something, they can literally just ask Alexa and she will like answer questions for them and stuff. Amazon Echo Show, which is pretty much an Amazon Alexa, but it's a screen one, and this would be really good if you live really far away from your grandparents, and a really good way to like video call them and chat with them. A digital photo frame, so again a little bit different than a regular photo frame, moving slideshow of pictures. A robot vacuum or just a Roomba. These would be good for someone that can't vacuum themselves, because I know if you've got a bad back like me, you can't really vacuum, it really hurts, so these would be really useful. One of those Ring doorbells, like the ones with the cameras, just for security. I think this would be really good. A hotel chocolate velvetizer. These are so good for making hot chocolates. They make the best hot chocolates, but you can also make things like coffee. You can even make hot milk with them as well. It's just sort of a little bit more creamy than just making it in like a saucepan. An Amazon Fire Stick if they don't have like a smart TV but they want to start watching things on like Amazon Prime or like Netflix or something. A disposable camera. They're going on a nice trip but they don't have a camera or a phone. You could give them one of these to take with them and they could take some nice pictures and get them printed. So next I have all of the things that you can do together. A ticket for a day out, so you could book like an afternoon tea for you and your grandparents and then spend a day going out with them, or you could like buy tickets to the zoo or something like that and just go and spend the day with them. An IOU day out. I don't know if this makes sense, but last year me and my sister wrote in a card that we were going to take my grandparents out to do whatever they wanted for the day, whether it be to go to the zoo, out for a meal or something like that, so it's a little bit more flexible as well for time. A weekend trip away. If you want to do something really special, you could always plan to like go to a log cabin with you and your grandparents and spend the weekend playing board games and stuff like that. Just a nice trip that you can spend together and make some memories. A monthly service or a subscription of stuff that you can do together. I've seen like monthly craft services where you get them delivered like every single month to your house and you could do crafts together. You could do like pottery. Just find something nice that you can do every single month. I think that would be so special. A trip to the theatre, because I don't feel like enough people go to the theatre anymore, but I think that's such a nice thing to do with your grandparents. grandparents, because I remember going to the theatre with my nan when I was younger. A gift card, so if you're not entirely sure what to get them, it could just be like a gift card to the cinema and you could go and watch a film together. It could be a gift card to a coffee shop. Booking a holiday for them, this is obviously a little bit more expensive, but if you really wanted to do something special to make loads of memories, you could always book a holiday for the year afterwards. Next up, I have all things clothing, shoes and accessories. Some slippers, because I feel like slippers are an essential present to get around Christmas time. A nice dressing gown. I really like the ones from M&S. They do really good ones and they're really good quality. Some fluffy microwave boots, like the really fluffy ones that you stick in the microwave and then makes it really warm. I think those would be really nice too. A nice Christmas jumper. You can get a nice Christmassy jumper for your grandpa or something like that you can wear. Some pajamas. This is also another thing that I think is essential around Christmas time. A nice new set of fresh pajamas. A hoodie blanket. These are literally the most amazing invention in the entire world. I love mine so much. They're so good if you get really cold. You can get your grandpa a nice Christmas tie for him to wear on Christmas Day or just like around Christmas. And then you could also get some like matching cufflinks or something, like some Christmassy ones to match as well. A towel turban. These are so good for your hair. They also have infused ones with like rose oil and argan oil and stuff like that. A nice winter coat. I really like the ones from Next. I just got two really nice warm and nice looking winter coats from there. A socks gift set, so you could get some Christmassy socks, you could get some fluffy socks, you can get some really nice fluffy socks from B&M. Birthstone jewellery, they have loads of these on Etsy and you can get like necklaces with say 4 different gems, and it could be like your nan, your mum, you and your sister or something like that with your birthstones in them. A glove, hat, scarf set, which I feel like would be good for the winter time. You could get them a nice handbag if you wanted to, like a nice leather one or something. A jewellery box, because I feel like grandmothers have so much jewellery. Like my nan has an unbelievable amount of jewellery, so you could always get them a nice new jewellery box so they can organise all of their jewellery in. Next up, I have all the homeware stuff. A bath tray, because I feel like bath trays are so nice for everybody to like put a book on or put a candle on or something. A sunlight lamp. These are so good for the winter, especially if you know someone that suffers with like SAD or they just don't like it being dark. A chunky knit blanket. For the winter, these are amazing. They're so thick and they just look really nice as well. A mug gift set, because you can't go wrong with a Christmassy mug gift set around Christmas time. A garden care set, so like a set with a load of like gardening tools and stuff in so they can take care of their garden, especially if they love gardening obviously. And then some garden accessories, and by this I mean things like a bird feeder or a bird bath. That's where you can get them a nice bird bath if they love birds and they love their garden. A nice wind chime. These again are always nice for a garden, and you can get them a really nice special one as well if you wanted to. A new recipe or a new baking book. If you know that they really like a specific chef or a specific baker, you could always get them their cookbook for Christmas. A wooden recipe stand, one of the ones that you can like put the recipe book on. You could even get a personalised one as well. Some Christmassy flowers. I think these are really nice as well for Christmas, like the red ones with all of like the berries and stuff in them. Some baking equipment. If they really like baking, you could get them a new set of scales, a new like electronic mixer or something like that they can use for baking. A bee barrel. These are so cute. They're these little barrels with the holes in, and I think bees make little homes in them. They're so cute. So next up, I have all of the body care stuff. A new perfume or a new aftershave. I don't think you can really go wrong with this, to be honest. A hand cream gift set. I'm picturing one of the ones that have like 3 or 4 different types with different, I was about to say flavours, different scents in them. A nail care set, one of the ones with like the nail file and the nail scissors and stuff in them. A body care gift set, so like one with different shower gels and different like body lotions and stuff in. A bath care gift set, so you could get them some Lush stuff so they can have a nice Christmas bath or something, or some like bath oils or bath salts. A self-care gift box, one of the ones you can get on Etsy that are like handmade, and they have like fluffy socks in them and a sheet mask and just a really nice pamper set. Next up is the food/drink section. A bottle of mulled wine. You can get Christmas pudding mulled wine. A Christmas hamper. You can find so many really nice ones online. A cheese board hamper. You can get these from places like garden centres and stuff like that. An afternoon tea set. Again, they have loads of these online with different teas. Some of them come with like the teapots and the mugs and stuff. A tea gift set. I got one of these for my nan last year and she absolutely loved it. It just came with a load of different types of herbal teas. a luxury box of chocolates they can share. You can get really nice ones from Hotel Chocolate. They've come out their Christmas range, which looks absolutely incredible. Sugar-free chocolates, if they can't have too much sugar, or if they just don't like sugar for some reason, you can get them some sugar-free ones. There are some really good ones on Amazon. A hot chocolate gift set, which is another thing I don't think you can really go wrong with around Christmas time. Ones with the little mugs in and the little marshmallows. The last category I have is the miscellaneous one, so all of the things I didn't know where else to put. A letters to your grandchild book, so you give it to them and they fill it out with, I guess, letters to their grandchild, and then they can give it to them in the future and they can open them and just have those little letters. I think that would be so special. A birthday reminder calendar, so the wooden ones that have like the different months on them, and then hanging off them it has every single person's birthday in that month and the day. Something for their hobby, so if your grandpa likes to go play golf, you could get him some new golf clubs or some personalized golf balls or something. A new hobby, so if your nan, for example, has always talked about wanting to get into crochet, or if she used to do painting but hasn't done it in a really long time, you can get them something like some art supplies or just something to create a new hobby for them. A nice planner or a journal, because I feel like everyone needs planners or journals. I might be biased because I use mine every single day, but I think they're just so useful for writing things down. I found these books called Tell Me Your Life Grandma or Tell Me Your Life Grandpa, and I think it has prompts in there where they answer questions about their life. I think this would be so special to keep and to hand down, to remember them by, and to remember all of their little stories about when they were younger and things. Some board games, especially ones you could play together around Christmas. You could get them a nice chessboard, you could get them a nice game that you can play or something. A monthly subscription for something that they love. If your nan likes tea, you could find a monthly subscription where she gets a different kind of tea every month or a different coffee every month. One of those ancestry services. I think you give in your DNA and it sort of tells you like the history of your family and the ancestors you might not have known that you had. A scratch off map, so if your grandparents have travelled all over the world, you get them a scratch off map and they can scratch off all of the places that they've been. And that was everything that I had on my 100 plus gifts for grandparents for 2023. This took me so much research because, like I said, I feel like grandparents are so difficult to buy for. It's so difficult to think of things to get them for Christmas. But hopefully I've given you at least one thing that you can give them for Christmas this year, because it's difficult. If I don't see you again before Christmas, I hope that you have the most amazing time with your loved ones, and thank you so much for watching my video. Bye bye.